Hello Year 13. In this video, we will look at how to begin the process of writing your personal statement, a crucial element of the UCAS application process, and indeed many types of application. The personal statement supports your application to a university or college and is a chance for you to articulate why you'd like to study a particular course or subject and to demonstrate your suitability. It is a maximum of 4,000 characters long, so it can be challenging to condense your ideas into the space available. Unifrog has a good section that is devoted to personal statements and provides a 3-section layout with lots of prompts, examples and ideas. This is really useful. Alternatively, you can use a 1-section layout. Do take time to review the prompts given here and also to watch a UCAS help video on personal statements. I also want to outline the approach we normally take in Campbell, which may help you scaffold your work more. You do not have to use this structure. You might have some clever ideas of your own, particularly for Oxbridge or medical applications. But this is tried and tested and should give you a solid personal statement. Remember that personal statement writing is a process. You are not trying to produce a definitive version by the end of May. You will probably produce between 5 or 10 drafts in total before you submit your application. As you write your personal statement, you will start to understand more about yourself and your motivations and where any potential weaknesses in your application may lie. This may lead you to review your choices or research further, which could then lead you to review your ideas to take back to your personal statement, and the whole cycle continues. So engage fully in this process. Students in Campbell often use the mnemonic images, which is I for introduction, M for motivation, A for academic, G for good contribution to school life, which links to E for extracurricular, and finally S for summary. Images. Before you begin, you need to think about your audience. Who will read your personal statement? Well, this is likely to be an admissions tutor whose role is primarily as a lecturer in your chosen subject. What do they want to see from you? Well, they want to know that you are passionate about your subject, just like they are. So while your skills like communication, leadership, teamwork and critical thinking are very important, as are your activities such as being a prefect or playing cricket or completing a Duke of Edinburgh award, what a university really wants to see more than anything is that you are interested enough to have extended your learning and knowledge of the subject outside the curriculum, that you have completed relevant additional activities, and that you would be enjoyable to teach. Let's look first at the introduction. This should answer the question, why? It should be arresting and original, but be careful not to sound too quirky. Perhaps you might like to describe the first time that you realised that your chosen subject was fascinating. Some people use a quote, but this can be very hit or miss. An admissions tutor is interested in what you think, not in what someone else has already said, unless you can add further reflection on it. Try not to resort to cliches such as from an early age or I am passionate about. The introduction can often be the hardest part to write. If you are having difficulties, start by writing a different part of the statement. In the next paragraph, you should show your motivation. Many students find this challenging. This section should further explain the reasons for your interest in your chosen courses. For example, if there is a particular topic or experience that has inspired you to pursue a course, you should talk about it. Additional studies around your chosen subject area will show commitment, as will attendance at lectures or events. If you're applying for a subject or an area that you have not studied at school, this is even more crucial. To convey motivation within your personal statement, consider referring to books, journals, talks, documentaries, courses, trips, coursework, workshops or visits. This would also be a good place to talk about work experience, including any virtual work experience, or related opportunities such as insight days or taster events. Next is the academic paragraph. In this section, outline how your current studies relate to your chosen courses and what skills you have developed that are important for your future studies. Don't worry if some of your subjects do not initially appear to relate to your chosen courses. Concentrate on the transferable skills you have developed and how these will benefit you. In the next 2 paragraphs about your contribution to school life and your extracurricular activities, you need to show your intended institutions the extent to which you have engaged in activities which emphasise your responsibility, maturity and commitment. Don't list all of your achievements and activities, but instead highlight what they say about you in terms of your transferable skills, qualities and attributes, such as teamwork, communication, leadership, dedication, perseverance and resilience. Mention things like scholarships and awards, your work as a peer mentor, participation in sport or other teams such as debating. Participation in the orchestra or drama productions could also be something to mention here, as well as CCF or completion of a Duke of Edinburgh award. You could also mention activities outside of school or part-time employment. However, avoid balancing your statement too much towards extracurricular activities. Around 75 to 80% of your statement should be academically centred. Finally, the summary is the last impression you make and psychologically very powerful. You might like to summarise the content of the statement, for example, and assert that you are capable and keen, or use it as a springboard for a new idea, or create symmetry to your statement by echoing the opening paragraph. My advice now is to begin the personal statement using the images structure, as well as ideas from Unifrog and the UCAS video. Start with a paragraph you are comfortable writing and build the statement from there. You don't need to start at the beginning. You can use the space in Unifrog to draft your statement, or you can write it elsewhere and copy it in later. And remember, the personal statement is a process, not just an outcome. Make a start. Even if you're not sure of what you want to do, start with a section you can write about, and it will hopefully crystallise your thoughts. In other videos, I will explain in more detail how exactly to demonstrate your interest and enthusiasm for your chosen study area. But start writing and build your ideas now.